if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to do something in media, you can't brainstorm this in a boardroom or a classroom. At some point, you need to talk to clients. You need to talk to the people that might be willing to give you some marketing dollars, and you need to understand from them in a very detailed way. You need to ask them question after question after question after question, just like you do as a journalist, to dig into what they actually want. When we did that, what we realized in 2013, 2014, is that people were going their own direction. Because of social media, because of websites, because of all the stuff I talked about, barriers to entry, companies were starting to behave like media companies. Get it? So a law firm or a real estate, commercial real estate, or what have you, they were all sitting there going, oh my God, these days it's not about the print ads. I don't want print ads at all, I know that for sure. It's about Twitter, it's about Facebook, it's about Instagram, it's about my website, it's about my blog, it's about a video, right? So that's what they told us. So we keep asking questions and we're like, okay, that's interesting. So that's, you want to launch your own social media platforms, you want to launch your own blog, let's bring it up. So we're looking at this and we're like, almost in every case, what happened? They started it, they stopped it. They stopped it months later. It was their whole priority. They said they were going to go into a completely new world of media, and yet almost inevitably when we looked at what they were doing and looked at their social media channels and that, it was like, look, they started in January, and they did well in February, and March it tapered off, and by April it was gone. So we went back to them and said, well, you guys just told us that this was your whole new thrust. What the hell's going on? You know what, social media, it takes a lot of time. Writing a blog, that's hard work.
Then they started hiring our grads.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, Joe figured it out. So we went back to them and said, well, wait a second. They said, Joe, you know us, right? You know the Ottawa Business Journal. And Joe said, yeah, of course, yeah, I know you guys. And Joe, would you agree that we write quite well? Oh my God, your writing's fantastic. You guys are so professional, in what you do. And I said, would you agree that, we've done an email newsletter every day, almost 10,000 email newsletters every day for 20 years. Would you, oh my God, your email newsletter? Everyone in town reads that. And our social media channels? Yeah, I know. You guys have 30,000 social media followers. You guys are great. And the video, oh yeah, I know you guys got into video and you guys run TV shows and radio shows. And we said, well, Joe, what if we became your marketing department, your content marketing department? And they were like, oh, that's an interesting idea. You guys are really good at this. So anyway, that was the genesis, and there's the lesson, right? That in asking those questions, and they told us they didn't need us at first, right? They said, no, I don't need your print ad. Stop talking about your freaking print advertising, right? That's not what we need. We need content, and we want to control our own channels. But then we figured out they can't do that. That's what you guys are good at, right? That's what you guys. So that I'm jumping to the end of the story. We're going to walk through what we're doing today. But there's the market opportunity. I said, I don't know what the skills you're acquiring here are incredibly marketable. Whether or not you will apply them in a journalistic fashion or a marketing fashion, I'm not sure, but the skills are marketable. And that's just a demonstration. Since we did this pivot, right, so we had all of these, so we don't use, Dave's our editor, and he's an editorial guy, and we strongly believe that editorial people are editorial people and marketing people are marketing people. But we also knew that our strength from a content marketing perspective was a journalistic voice, right? A journalistic voice is what? It's accurate, it's authentic, it uses real examples, right? This is what you do when you write a story, right? You're accurate, you're authentic, you talk to real people, you get real stories, you give examples of things, right? Those are all things that the marketers need too. So we found former journalists that had jumped the line to marketing, people like Leo Valakit, he's a grad from Algonquin that's doing very well these days. And we started going to these people and saying, okay, let's create a package for you, right, that includes a bundle of things, right? You guys have heard, you guys are Rogers or Bell customers, and they're always talking about a bundle, right? So we use that concept too. Let's create a bundle, Mr. Advertiser, Mrs. Advertiser, of media services for you. And we knew we needed to keep our channels alive, right? Our core media business, we know we needed to keep that alive. So everything needed to come together. So we basically said, look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come to an agreement, you and I, Joe, and we're gonna come to an agreement on all of the content and marketing we're gonna give you in a month, and we're gonna attach a price to that. The price we often attach to it is around $2,500 to $3,000, all the way up to about $4,000 on a monthly basis, guys, okay? And what we're gonna do for you is we're gonna create we call it a content envelope. And it's gonna be one original piece of content, because we feel a piece of content can live and breathe and have interest for a month. So there's gonna be one blog, there's gonna be a photo, some photography, there's gonna be potentially some video, there's gonna be some social media through the month. We're gonna make sure that story is told on our website, in a sponsored content article. We're gonna make sure it's told on our media channels. We're gonna make sure it's an ad in our paper. So what we did is created something called OBJ 360. And the concept was, if you did business with us, not only would we create content that you own, right? So I started talking to people about, a business owner understands that this is his asset, right? This table exists, it's physical, it's an asset to his business. So I started saying, I think content is as much of an asset to your business as that table. And I think content can continue bringing you more marketing value down the road as that table. So we made the content, sometimes we push it through their channels, using stuff like Hootsuite and all that type of stuff. And we pushed it through the business journal channels, and that was the differentiator, right? I've got, Dave and I at OBJ, we've got about 100,000 people online. We've got about 65 to 75,000 unique visitors per month on our website. We've got 10,000 email newsletter people, we've got 30,000 social media people. So we rebuilt the business around OBJ 360, and I was telling Joe, we've literally done hundreds of thousands of dollars in content marketing. I mean, way over $1 million at this point, even since 2014. So again, I'm gonna get into what OBJ does, and we're gonna look at things in a little bit more detail, but I'm telling you, as I said to Joe, there is an insatiable demand in local business for great content. They understand that when this young lady wants her kitchen renovated, and she's looking for a contractor, she expects these days to see beautiful photos of past renovation jobs. She wants to see testimonials from past customers. She wants to see a video overview of the project. She might even want to see a custom magazine that this renovator guy has created. And that's what we're doing today, right? We're taking all of our journalistic skills, we're still using them for journalism and building that big audience, but also we're creating content marketing agency, and we're doing all of our business here. And then our unique differentiator in the marketplace, by the way, is if an agency tries to compete with us or some other marketing people, we say, well, look, not only will we compete with that price, but we'll give you all the media channels. So we've got like 100,000 built-in readers. The agency doesn't have that, right? So that's how things are succeeding today.